You know, you often hear people will tell you that as soon as you get your new motorcycle that you need to upgrade the suspension a lot of times, especially for like the DRZ 400, WR 250R, and other bikes out there as well, even, you know, dirt bikes, some other street bikes. And as a lot of you guys know, I upgraded my stock suspension to a Go Race suspension that I sent out to GoRace.com.
CycleCruza, this is your shock. I'm getting ready to take it apart. I just let the nitrogen out of the shock, and I'm going to remove the compression adjuster and show you how much air is still inside the shock. Look at that foamy, nasty, frothy mess. This is your bladder. This is your shock shaft with your seal head and your stock base valve. That's all the stuff that we're going to replace right there, all that stuff. So what we have here is a completely disassembled shock. We have on the left side the stock stuff. We've got the stock bladder, stock bump rubber, cap, seal head, compression stack, base valve assembly, rebound. Over here we have the aftermarket much improved bladder, much improved bump rubber, the much improved base valve or shock shaft assembly, seal head assembly, sorry, compression stack, super trick Belgian base valve, high flow, bitter sealing base valve assembly, rebound stack. And those are the insides, that's the guts, that's what makes the magic happen.
It's not cheap, but in this video I'm gonna tell you whether you should upgrade your suspension on your motorcycle or not.
Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today.
I'll tell you guys, I still love this bike. It's still fun. Woo! I'm gonna fall down that hill, man. But I'll tell you guys, this Go Race suspension on here is much better than the stock suspension. And I'll tell you, man, this bike is still a hoot. It is, man. Right now I'd probably be doing 105 on my YZ if I cranked the throttle like I just did. 105. But I'll tell you, this bike is still fun, man. It's so smooth and refined and ultra reliable, low maintenance. I love it, man. I can beat it up. I know it's always going to start up. Started right back up. And I don't have to think about maintenance. But anyways, the Go Race suspension, I'll tell you right off the jump, man. When I go, and by the way, I did tune the stock suspension to my weight. But I'll tell you, it's night and day difference compared to this Go Race suspension. Here, see here? Look at that front. It doesn't dive like the stock suspension did. We've got some front dip here. See here? See that? Perfect. Perfect, I'll tell you. I'll tell you, the suspension is night and day better than the stock suspension was on this bike. Do some stair action. Oh, man! Oh, man! I got some good air that time, baby. That Go Race suspension is legit, man. That stock suspension would have bounced me right off of this. This bike, it was like the stock suspension was like a pogo stick. Even though I still had fun on the bike. You saw a lot of the stuff I did, my urban foolery and stuff. You know, you can get by with the stock suspension. Of course, you set it up for your weight and all. But honestly, at least for this bike, I can't speak for all the bikes out there. But a bike like the WR 250R, although it has potential, you know, the suspension that it has on there is easily upgradable, as where something like the Honda CRF 250L, you can't upgrade that suspension. You're pretty much stuck with that suspension unless you put on a different suspension, completely different suspension. But this, you can actually have it revalved, have it, you know, you can have it tuned to be made much better. The internals taken out, put much better internals in. And I'll tell you, this thing is just really amazing, man. And I'll tell you, you can still have fun out here with the DOT knobbies around corners like this, man. Look at that. And what I like about this bike is you crank the heck out of that throttle and you're not going to get into trouble. So for you new riders out there, this is an ideal bike to start on and to keep as an off-road bike. This bike is like a tank. I mean, it's so ultra reliable. It's still fun, smooth, no vibrations in the pegs and handlebars. Just my YZ450FX, even though it doesn't really have any vibrations, just a little bit in the pegs, it seems like sometimes, but none in the bars. But the bike is just so much more untamed and wild. Oh shit! Which is fun. I love that. But sometimes I just want to get on here and just cruise and be smooth and just be able to go anywhere on this bike. And I love that ability. I tell you guys that but the stock suspension, oh my god, you have to upgrade your WR250R suspension. By the way, the stock suspension on the WR250R is set up for a rider, I think like 190 with gear. So, you know, unless you're like a small dude, you know, weighing like about 140 or something, you're probably going to want to upgrade. You're going to want to upgrade the suspension anyhow. I tell you, it's so much better. Hey, go check out GoRace.com. Tell him CycleCruza sent you, man. He'll hook you up, and he has a fast turnaround time. You will get your bike quick. I mean, your suspension quick. All you have to do is box it up, send it to him. Which, by the way, I did a video showing you how to box up, take off the suspension, and box it up, and what carrier to use where it's really cheap to send it. I'll include that video link in the description and comment section of this video. But I'll tell you, if you're going to make any mods on your WR250R or a bike that like this that has maybe the stock suspension is not the greatest, I would make it the first mod that you do before you do anything else, man. Is get the suspension done right, because it makes a world of difference with riding, man. Now with other bikes that have great stock suspension, like my YZ450FX 2019 has a KYBB speed sensitive suspension. I didn't even tune it to my weight, and the thing just feels amazing. It doesn't dive when I hit the front brake. It's firm when you want it to be firm and soft when you want it to be soft. It's an amazing suspension. The CBR 1000RR, my 2012, that suspension has a Showa front fork, and it has, I think, the balance-free rear shock on that. I have not tuned that to my weight at all, and it's perfect for me. I weigh like 180 pounds, probably with gear, probably like 200, and it feels, it's fantastic. I haven't had the need to change the suspension on that bike at all, and but this just feels so much, it feels like a different bike, man. It feels like, I tell you, the suspension feels a lot like my YZ suspension, man. It just feels perfect. But he set this up specifically for my weight. And yeah, guys, GoRace suspension, absolutely amazing. I love the mods that I did to this bike. I love those DID STX rims. Those are going to be tough. They look cool. I have the lightweight, what you call it, skid plate compared to the steel one, and that one does just as good of a job, in my opinion. It's rugged. And you've seen all the mods. If you want to see my video on all the mods I've done on this new version of the this will be the 3.0 version. I'll include the link to that video in the description and comment section of this video. But anyways, for those of you guys that always ask me about my gear or want to get it, you know, my camo pants, my boots, my gloves, this winter jacket that I have, it's amazing. All my stuff, cameras, boots, I always include links in the description and comment section of my videos. or go to my website at CycleCruza.com and click on the menu tab My Gear, and those are links to all my stuff. And if you want to see more of my videos, click on the menu tab My Videos, and those are a bunch of playlists with my nearly 1,300 plus videos categorized into those playlists that make it easier for you to navigate through and hopefully find something that will inform you or entertain you. Hey guys, hit thumbs up, share this video, helps my channel. I love talking with you guys. That's why I keep doing these videos. I love talking motorcycles with you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my All Over Motorcycle channel, and also go check out my other channel, Bug Out Moto.
It showcases a van that I customized for cheap that allows me to live in my van with my motorcycle anywhere, and has a ton of cool mods. And that channel has everything from build videos, trip videos, anything and everything Bug Out Moto. As a courtesy, I included 2 video playlists, one for new riders, and those are all of the videos I've done over the years that I feel are helpful for new riders, and also my popular videos playlist. Hey, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. Take care.